Apparently we are live. Welcome guys, welcome to Glen. This is my cryptocurrency channel. My name's Glenn and I'm trying to vlog as I go along my cryptocurrency journey for you guys to see and follow along with me. If you want to follow me on that journey, please click the subscribe button over here somewhere and also click down below and turn the notification bell on so that you'll be notified next time that I go live. I tend to go live erratically, as many of my followers will know. I try and fit it. I'm trying to fit this around work and family life and friends and social and all that sort of stuff. So we've already got a few people in there. So we've got Gigabit saying hello mate. Frederick says yo. Tiger says hey Glenn. Frederick says first. You're not, I'm afraid. Gigabit was in there first. Top of the day to you. I got first again. Making a competition out of the live chat. Love it. So I'm actually in a different setting today. I'm actually at my friend Dan's house, and he's, I don't know, he's at work. So I'm actually round because I was helping him out with something. So I thought, do you know what? No kids running around, no wife nagging me, so I can go live a bit earlier today. So what are we going to be talking about today? We are going to be discussing rock mining ICO. So I wanted to sort of do a review on it. A lot of people message me, whether it's in the group chat, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, saying, Glenn, what do you think about rock mining? Because obviously they're associating me with Envian ICO, which is a mining ICO. Obviously people just assume that I know everything about every mining ICO there is. There's quite a lot that have sprung up, all pretty much with the same premise. They've found a cheap electricity source. There's going to be like a reinvestment option, and you receive these tokens, and depending on how many tokens you buy, that's how much payout you get. So I thought I'd have a look at rock mining, as obviously it's still active as part of the ICO, and I've actually watched a video with the CEO of rock mining, and I've sat down and listened to everything he had to say. So I thought I'd inform you guys of what I've learned so far. So feel free to join in the group chat and any thoughts that you may have. If you're watching this and it isn't live, comment down below. I do try and reply back to every single person that comments on my videos. So Gigabit says, gotta be quick on the draw to beat me. I hope you know that you're talking about this live stream. Yep, I do know. Hope it's nothing like scammy Envian ICO. Ooh, mishmash, straight in there with the digs. They call me Gig the Kid because I shot the sheriff and the deputy Billy the Kid. Just got credit for one, I run away. So we got a bit of banter going already, and some strong opinions there. So Mishmash seems to believe that Envian is a scam. It could well be. It honestly could be. This rock mining could be a scam. And when I say scam, I mean they could attempt to do this and it may not work, and you may not see a profit, or they might just run away with the money. It could even happen 2 years down the line, and you may think, oh, do you know what? I put $2,000 into that company and I've only received 1,300 back. Therefore, you'd be saying, oh, at that point, oh, that was a scam. I shouldn't have taken part in it. So yeah, we are sort of any of these could be a scam. You have to go with your gut feeling, do your research, and really go with what you feel. Do you trust the team? Or you can't really trust them, but do you get a good sense of trust from them? And I'm in the same boat as you guys. You know, if Envian do just run away with the money, or rock mining, or you know, Verge, or Z Classic, Bitcoin Private, all of these things could be scams. But until they actually do take all their money and run away, until that point, we don't know. So I'm just going to have to proceed that this is a legit business opportunity and review what obviously is in front of me. So what they're saying is, in rock mining, is that it pretty much says it in the title. They are going to be mining using ASIC miners, specifically Bitmain S9s, and in a rock, in a mountainside that I believe is on the border of China and Russia. I'm not sure because someone mentioned Russia, and then someone else. The main guy, this guy here, upbeat music. They keep mentioning this. We are going to launch 5,000 ASIC miners. So they seem to have that number pretty firm in their heads. Like it's definitely going to be 5,000 ASIC miners. One, I wonder, and the same with Envian. I wonder how they're going to get hold of them. I wonder if they've already bought them in the past. If they have, they've lost out already because obviously they've, I'd say, gone down a third in price, S9s. So I wonder if they're going to buy them after. So maybe Envian actually have come a bit unstuck because obviously the price of S9s have gone down since they finished their ICO. So let's have a little look at the white paper. So they've got this mountainside, and what they're saying is that it's in all different English languages. Clear sort of path through it, and it constantly has, because of where it's located, it's constantly snowing and it's cold, and there's a constant airflow. So they're going to have to spend very little on air conditioning and heating, like to cool it down. They're not going to have to worry about extracting the hot air that are produced by all these ASIC miners because they're just going to flow through the mountain. And also they're getting cheap electricity costs. So let's have a little look in this white paper, which was released December 17. And this is slightly confusing. This is the second stage of their ICO. So you're actually buying ROC2 tokens. So this isn't the first crowdsourcing that they've had. This is the second stage. Not too sure what the first stage was. Maybe that was to raise money to buy the mountain. I don't know. To buy the 5,000 ASIC miners. Mishmash says, cool story, bro. I've missed out here. Hashflare is losing money right now. I don't trust rock mining. Show this. Why do you think they are lowering their panties half off sale? Cool story, bro. Just like Victoria's Secret, her panties are always half off for me. Screams scam to me. They don't take into consideration the cost per unit at the time they acquire them and the difficulty going up quickly. They don't do real-time logistics like I do. Gigabit Sandy's one step ahead of these mining firms. The MVN investors have come unstuck, not the management team. Were they popping power in from? Good question. We're going to get to that. Stay away from Ice Rock. This has only red flags all over it. Hashflare eats 75% maintenance fee right now. Now, a lot of the guys obviously in the group chat are sort of skipping ahead to what my conclusion was going to be. So let's carry on with the white paper and have a little. I'm not going to read obviously all of it. You're free to go to this website if you want. Just type in rock mining ICO into Google, and you can click on white paper yourself. But they're saying that it's $1 per one ROC2 token, which is very similar to an Envian. Minimal amount of tokens, so the minimum amount you have to buy is 100. So you're going to have to invest at least $100 worth. Beginning of the sale is January the 20th. End of private sale was February the 10th. Then you've got the pre-sale, $1, and again main ICO $1, minimum amount 50, and that's March the 20th through to May the 25th. So that's a 2-month long ICO. Seems quite long for me to me. Ice Rock Mining (IRM) project is carried out by Woodland Networks LP, Northern Ireland, providing crypto mining services in the crypto mining farm facility located in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So I was completely off. I said between Russia and China. It's actually in Kazakhstan. key project principle lie in the fact that the mining farm is located in a former secret bunker built by the USSR in the case of war. During the 50s, the USSR built huge mountain storehouses, bunkers, for the case of war. Such storehouses are situated inside the mountains where caves have been cut and solved by technical details. Such technology allowed to use of these caves. I assume this has been translated from another language because the way it's worded doesn't seem right to me. Not that I'm very good at English as it is. We decided to use Soviet technologies and integrate them with cryptocurrency mining as they are unique technical parameters in the cave which were attained in the company ownership in 2017, suitable for establishment of world's first mining pit. The cave was chosen because of its local placement in a countryside next to a water reserve with a hydroelectric power station nearby. So in answer to your question, Mishmash, I think you asked where they're getting electricity from. They're based on a lake, and if you actually watch a video that I watched, they have got a load of water all around the mountainside that they're based. And they're saying there's a hydroelectric power station by. Obviously this is going to generate very cheap renewable energy. There is a constant temperature of 12 degrees Celsius or 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the whole year inside the cave. It makes crypto mining in such mountain very effective as there are no necessities for an active GPU and ASIC cooling construction of accompanying heavy fabrications. Due to the location of the mountain in the countryside, our company has a architectural subsidy for electricity, which provides us an opportunity to receive one of the best electricity prices in the world. All of these above mentioned factors reduce the capital costs of crypto mining by 25%, which makes us more efficient and economical. So there's quite a few of these that are pretty much doing the same thing. There's the hydro miner mining ICO. There's the Envian, obviously, rock mining. What was that other one? Miner.1 or Miner1, something like that. What's that other one? Obviously, you've got a lot of cloud mining already. So you've got CCG, Hashflare, Genesis, and they're all trying to do the same thing. Even Genesis, you know, they moved their plant and set up a brand new one. And they showed that off in a video in Iceland with cheap electricity costs. They didn't show any ASIC miners as I think PJ always comments on. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Might be Raw actually. But he comments that he's never seen an ASIC miner in any Genesis mining video. So he wonders how they're mining Bitcoin. But these guys are saying everything they're saying so far seems really like legit and you know, efficient and sort of the right. That's the sort of cost you want. I mean, the price per 1 kilowatt of energy is only 0.03 US dollars, so 3 cents, which compared to what I pay in the UK in my house, which was about 15 cents. So they're getting it obviously a lot cheaper, 5 times cheaper than what I'm getting it. And as well as that, they haven't got a setup. If I set up a mining operation here, I'd have to worry about air conditioning, especially during the summer months, fans, so then there's more costs than that, I suppose, and depending on whether the price of Bitcoin fluctuates or not, you could find, as we've seen recently in a couple of videos I've done, a lot of people are saying that their Antminer S9s are actually not profitable. They're actually mining at a loss compared to the electricity costs that they're paying. Now, if you're only paying 3 cents per kilowatt, I wonder just how much. Let's base it on our calculator, not theirs, because theirs says that you're going to earn a gazillion pounds a month. or over the course of a year. What is interesting with them though is that it's lifetime contracts. So would it be better to invest in them as opposed to Genesis or Hashflare? That remains to be seen. So they're saying they're going to have 5,000 S9s, times that by, let's say they put them at a good speed, 13.5, I'm going to say. As we know, the S9s are capable of going up to 14 terahash, but some of them that you buy are 13.5, depends on what batch you get. And also it's whether you want to run them completely, fully overclocked all year round. So that gives them a total terahash of 67,500 terahashes, 67,500. That's the difficulty, that's the reward. Bitcoin price as it is right now. Power cost, so that's going to be, how much did we say it was? Was it 1350? I'm going to have to check this out now. Bitmain. Let's see what you guys are saying while we're waiting for that to load up. Glen Black Ops mining, doing it differently with real green power, mate. I have the blueprints in the making. BBL Venture joins. It won't keep cool when there is hundreds of ASICs. More like thousands. They're saying 5,000 ASIC miners they're going to fit into this mountainside. Does it say the power consumption on here? I should know this off by heart because I've looked it up so many times. Let's go to, I think, the specification. So we're going to base it off a 13.5 terahash batch. So 1,320 watts. We're going to input that into our calculator. I can't copy and paste, which is annoying. Let's just type it in ourselves. 1,320 times 5,000. So that's 6.6 million watts. So let's, no, I can't copy and paste that. So the power is going to be 6 power cost. Now they're saying per kilowatt it's 0.03 of a US dollar. Their pool fee, let's say they're paying 1%. Their reject rate, let's put that at 0. Something I've done here doesn't like, maybe it's these dashes. Let's get rid of these. There we go. It's back. Cost, obviously that is, I can't work out what hardware costs. I assume they're going to get obviously a really a good cost. Let's keep Bitcoin the price it is now and the difficulty it is now. And let's see what this is saying. So this is saying that, let's go coins generated because that's what I want to know. I want to know how many Bitcoin they're going to generate out of this. Price change 0, reoccurrence 0. Now, obviously, they're going to have reoccurring costs. They're going to have to pay staff. Now, you know, maintenance fees and stuff like that. Now, what they're saying is whatever they mine. So the figures that I'm about to read out to you. Now, this is just obviously a quick working out. This isn't, you know, what obviously they've got in their mind. They're going to give 50% of it to the token holders, and the way they're going to do that is because you're buying an ERC20 token, a bit like Envian, they're going to mine that Bitcoin, they're going to convert it into Ethereum, whatever price Ethereum is that day compared to Bitcoin. I don't know if they're going to be doing this on a weekly or monthly scale. Then they're going to pay that out to the ERC20 token holders. So you're going to receive Ethereum on a regular basis, and they're saying it's a lifetime contract, so this is going to be continuously ongoing. The other 50% is going to be broken down. let me get back to where I was. I'll show you here. 50% goes to the investors, 20% is dividend into reinvestment by IceRock, 20% is operating costs and maintenance, and 10% is for the management, so their wages. 20% is what it's going to go up by. So your stake in this company or your dividend payouts should generally be going up 20% every single month. Because that's what they're going to reinvest into hardware, which means they're going to be mining more and more, and therefore obviously the payout should be more, although obviously you're only receiving 50%. So bearing in mind these figures that I'm about to show you, you're only going to receive 50% of that. So it's saying here that within 12 months they're going to mine 1,722 Bitcoin. So let's work that out. That's 1,772. Let me just make sure I've got that right. 1,722. Already made a mistake. 1,722 time. We've got a. Now let's work it out actually. So we're going to times that by the current price, which is 6,750 at the time of this recording. So that's about 11 million US dollars worth. We're going to divide that by half, which I should have put divided by 2. I'm thinking 50%. What did we say? 1,722. Sorry, guys. Times 6,750. Oh, now it's coming up completely different. 1,722 times that by 6,750 equals, there we go, and then divide that by 2. So that's going to give a payout of 5.8 million. That's over the course of 12 months. Let's say they pay you once a month. We're going to divide this by 12. So that's going to be your monthly payouts. And then obviously they're going to have to convert that into Ethereum, but I assume that will be converted into the US dollar equivalent of Bitcoin on the day. And then that is what's going to be shared each month to the token holders, I believe. Now these are rough calculations. Please don't take this. And obviously I've based this on the difficulty going staying as it is and the price of Bitcoin staying as it is to make it sort of like level pegging for the rest of the year. Now obviously we know that the difficulty could go up 12% every month. Therefore the amount of coins they're going to generate, you know, drops already. What did that say before? 1,722. Now it's 996. The difficulty on average could go up 15%. So you're only 895. Obviously these are high numbers. Let's say 10%. This is saying about 1,000 Bitcoin they're going to mine. If the difficulty stays at 10%. But obviously those figures that I gave you with how much they're worth, technically Bitcoin could go up 10%. So then the total profit would be would obviously go up in line with that. So that's to give you an idea. Now the trouble is, obviously, as I've done a few videos recently and done research, and based off what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 months, the Antminer S9s are just about profitable over the course of a year now. Obviously, as that difficulty keeps rising, the power of those ASIC miners don't go up. The only way you can keep sustaining this profitability is if you keep buying more ASIC miners. You have to keep buying more. So the 20% to me seems quite low. Envian obviously have quoted 25%, and I'm not trying to compare, well I am, they're very similar ICOs, but where one will do something right, the other one will do something wrong, I suppose. But out of that 25% they take out, we're keeping 75%. So we're actually investing more we're actually receiving more dividends with Envian, if obviously what their payouts are true, and we're receiving more reinvestment every month, so our money should multiply quicker. Obviously, you're paying what they call the maintenance fee, operating costs and maintenance, 20%. So I assume that means wages, security, and then obviously 10% goes to the head honchos. So to me, it doesn't scream out to me like excitement as I was maybe when I saw Envian 4 or 5 months ago. I really like the website. The website looks really cool. The white paper obviously looks quite detailed. If you actually go through the whole thing, obviously I only showed a small part of it, the review of it. You know, there's 31 pages in there, and there's a lot of detail in there that I haven't gone over. But to me, I don't know. What do you guys think? I keep up with it. It would be better to just buy Bitcoin and hold on to it. If the price of Bitcoin goes up dramatically and these guys are still paying out regularly on the dot every month, you're going to think, oh, I wish I got involved with them. So it's really hit or miss. At the moment, I prefer the business plan of Envian. I'm not saying that just because I'm already invested in them. If I was comparing the two, which I was at the time, I looked at rock mining before I made my investment with Envian, and I've said, I think in videos, that I prefer the look and the feel. I did a lot of research into both, and yeah, that's my take on it. They've just recently posted a video on their Instagram, a lot of blaring out music. Free cellular towers and the internet. So the videos look really flashy and that, but then you got to think, you know, if someone's earning $100 million, you're going to put in a bit of effort in you. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't scream out to me now. Envian did actually come out and say, right, we're going to compare the GPU mining in the containers compared to the ASICs, and they actually said it works out better if you do a 50-50 split, but I believe some of them are going to be just GPUs and some of them are going to be just ASIC miners. That's my belief of what will happen. I've got nothing to back that up with. But let's catch up with what you guys are saying then. So it's always good to get different opinions, different views on these ICOs. It's getting a bit slated in here, guys. You guys really don't like this ICO. Stay away from Rock Ice. It only has red flags. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Got great effing news for you, Glenn. Mystery package coming for us soon. Team BitGlen Black Ops mining. So if you don't know what Gigabit's referring to, we've set up a mining Telegram group. There's only sort of, I think, 6 or 8 of us in there, and we were all talking about investing a set amount of money each and try and get this, try and get a mining operation on the go, just between obviously a small knit of people as opposed to these big ICOs. Mishmash says conclusion equals scam. That's just one word, which is fair enough. That's his opinion. Go take us on a tour of Dan's house, rummage through some drawers and stuff. Is Borat the CEO? Not Borat, but it is some Chinese guy. I wish it was Borat. What was that video I was watching? I believe it was on YouTube. There isn't that many videos about rock mining. I sort of did a bit of research before, obviously, I went on this live video. This one, I believe. And this is a video of the CEO. And he seems a bit vague with what he's saying, and he's very quick to sort of say it, and he says you can call me anytime. To me, that does scream out scam, admittedly. But no, has it already gone past? Yeah, it's already gone past.
Profit, which will be mined by the 5,000 ASICs,
This is
put
the guy.
into the smart contract. Smart contract is based on the Ethereum ERC20 tokens. It means that we need to convert Bitcoin into Ethereum. Then we put all this money, mined money, into the smart contract. Smart contract will deliver 50% of all this profit to our backers, to holders. It will be done automatically every month because smart contract knows how many ROC tokens has each backer. So it means that our ROC tokens just will show the share of each backer. And you will get money in Ethereum. That's it. Every month, it is a half, 50%. What will happen with the other 50%? 20% of them will be put to reinvest. It means that we are going to spend 20% of whole IceRock mining fund's profit to buy new miners and to repair the old ones. It means that the capacity of IceRock mining farm will raise every month. So as soon as the capacity of IceRock mining farm rises, it means that from my point of view, it is.
So that's the end of his video. You can watch the whole thing. I'll post this link in my description. This is actually another YouTuber who's only got 264 subscribers. Simply Everything is called. So I'm giving him a shout out. Thank you for that video. Let's paste that link there. If anyone wants to watch the whole interview with him or the video that he posted anyway. So yeah, it screams out to me that I don't know, that video seems very unprofessional. If you compare that as well to you know, like the Envying videos, the videos we had of him talking was like him on a investors TV program being interviewed. Lots of videos coming out before that with the CEO and obviously the social media manager Lorette. But there you go. That's rock mining in a nutshell. 50% is going to go into ERC20 token dividend payouts, Ethereum, exactly the same as the Envying. The other 50% is going to be split into maintenance, the manager's fees, and 20% will go back into reinvesting. To me, I can't see it being that profitable, especially, obviously it'll be profitable in terms of US dollar if they keep giving you if you're receiving more Bitcoin than you could buy in it today with the same value of money, then yes, to me it will be worth doing it. But based on obviously the small calculations that we've done, it's very hard to work out because obviously they're going to reinvest 20% every month. So technically these figures will be 20% higher every month. But you know, if let's say the difficulty is 8%, because I think at the minute is something like that, and we want to go to coins generated, you can see here that it slumps down. Now over the course of 2 years, 3 years, and then obviously within that 2 years we've got a halvening of Bitcoin as well. And if they've got like just all ASIC miners, there's only so many coins you can mine with an ASIC miner. So you're shooting yourself in the foot unless they invest a lot into GPU mining where you can mine other coins. But then saying that, obviously there are new ASICs coming out for Monero, which they've just hard forked, so it can't. And obviously Ethereum. So when they say ASIC miners, it might not just be Bitcoin. They might mine loads of other coins as well. Obviously it's an evolving business. You have to keep up with you know, what's going on in the markets and what's going on in the space, because you'll very quickly become unprofitable if you just stick to what you know and what you're doing. But yeah, this is 1,168 Bitcoin, divided obviously by however many people invest in the ICO. Let's see how much they want to raise. If they put on here I swear I saw something about 5 million. So they're saying that you'll earn your money back within 5 months, and then the return on investment each year will be 352%. Income for the first 3 years, 18,000, and that's based off of a $1,000 investment, which it could be. But then you have to think, if I bought 1,000 of Bitcoin, how much would that generate? Even if the price of Bitcoin went up to 30k, that's only going to be 4,000 or 5,000 investment. But I suppose that's within a 1 year, 2 year cycle. So it is possible. It seems like they've gone way over the top there, maybe to make it more attractive to people. Monthly income. So they're saying month 1, you're going to earn $235. Month 2, month 3, month 6. So they're saying within 5 months, you're going to earn this $1,000 back, which, if that is true, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. If you can invest in an ICO, make your money back in 5 months, you're sitting there in the pretty seat, and you can sort of drive along. But to me, that just really screams like it's too good to be true. These are the different bonus periods. So they're saying you get discounted off up until these dates. So we are currently on, what is today's date? The 10th of April. So we're actually in this period here. So they're not giving you a discount off the tokens. They're going to give you 20% more tokens for the same amount of money. Hello, welcome to Right. We're a small team and answering thousands of. What should I say? What should I say in this chat? See if they respond to it. We run on intercom. I think rock mining is very risky investment because the increase of Bitcoin mining difficulty that can completely run your investment and make it very unprofitable. And if Bitcoin goes down, then you're also doomed. That is right. So very easy to lose your investment. I prefer Miner 1 because it feels safer the way that they mine, but both equally likely to go wrong. I'm not a huge fan of that Miner 1. To me, that screams out scam more than this one. But that's my opinion. Miner 1 pays out 75%, only 25% for costs. And it allows coins to coin conversion seamlessly. It will allow peer-to-peer trading on decentralized level, no exchange killing you with fees. His head is very shiny. There is no profit for the company, not enough reinvestment and not enough pay to maintenance and payout to staff, and then the difficulty goes up, profitability goes down. That is true. That is a but this was my conclusion actually. This is this that is going to be the same for all mining. So from what you guys are saying, you know, if you go out and buy an ASIC miner today, everything you're saying will come back to you as well if you've bought, you know, ASIC equipment or GPUs. This doesn't just apply to these companies. The only thing is obviously the scalability. That's the trouble. Now, obviously, with Envian, I believe that they have a good scalability plan in place. Because if I was sitting at home and I bought an Antminer S9, I think, yes, I'm going to earn 2.5 Bitcoin this year, and then all of a sudden, as the difficulty goes up, I'm thinking, oh, now I'm only going to earn 1.2. This ASIC miner cost me, you know, 1,800, or in some people's cases, $3,000. They're probably thinking, well, I could have bought, you know, half a whole Bitcoin with that sort of money. So are they still profitable? Plus they've got to pay all that electricity fees and the pool fees. So you have to take all of that into consideration, and then you'll sit back and think, actually, I was better off just buying Bitcoin and holding on to it. So this is the case. The only trouble is, obviously, at that point in time, me being sitting at home with that one ASIC miner, I'm then going to think, right, how do I get back up to the 2.5 Bitcoin that I thought I was going to earn this year? Oh, I've got to buy another one. Then when the difficulty goes up, oh, I've got to buy another one. Now I've got 3. Now my electricity bill is triple. my original investment is triple. It's the only way you could sustain mining. And obviously Envian and like this rock mining, they're saying we're going to do that by reinvesting for you and buying more equipment every month, so that the equipment that they're going to get should sort of sustain the difficulty increase. Saying that, the more power there is in the system in the world that helps with Bitcoin blockchain, the higher the difficulty goes up. So the more that these guys keep reinvesting, these big ICOs, the more difficult it's going to get. Therefore, meaning they're going to have to buy more equipment. So I'm starting to think now, is mining the wrong path to go down? Obviously, I was looking at it at a point of view in December that, you know, I wanted to accumulate as much Satoshi as I can in a set period of time, because I believe that Bitcoin is going to skyrocket in price over the coming years. So therefore, I've only got a small window of opportunity. Now, I still believe that diversity is the best way to, you know, if you just go down one path, you're always going to be looking over at the guy that does the other way. Like if someone who does day trading, someone that does mining, someone that does, I don't know, like shilling of coins through his YouTube channel, or someone that just works and just keeps buying and holding on to Bitcoin. There's probably, you know, like 4 or 5 different routes you can go down to accumulate more Bitcoin on a month-to-month basis. And I thought mining was the way forward, but I'm starting to realise now maybe it's not. Saying that, obviously we could be saying that if the price of Bitcoin does shoot back up to 20k, 25k, you know, I wouldn't be able to buy half a Bitcoin. I wouldn't be able to just pluck out of thin air 12.5 to 15k to buy half a Bitcoin. So then mining would be my only option. But then that's the same for everyone else. And then the power goes up, difficulty goes up. It is a minefield. So I don't know. What do you guys feel, out of all of you guys that are in this video now, and any of you that are watching this past the live stream? What do you feel is the best way of accumulating more Satoshis, more Bitcoin, in obviously a period of time of 2 years? Is it mining? Is it day trading? Is it hodling? You know, well, obviously hodling isn't, but you know, if I was to buy Bitcoin at today's price, if I just keep buying Bitcoin at today's prices, hopefully it'll go up, and that's how I accumulated my Satoshis in the first place. I prefer mining one. There is no profit for company. Not enough. I've read that one. I'm not trying to be mean, but both look like a scam to me because of how risky it is, and they're unable to pay out on their return on investment. Trade with profit trailer. I make 1 to 2% a day on trading BTC pairs. Paid off itself within a week and a half. Thank you for that. I've not seen you before, FTW Lance Crew. There are many better payout options than mining. It is very easy for mining to become unprofitable. Raw's joined the video. Welcome, Raw. How many Bitcoin left in the world to mine? Bearing in mind 4 million have been lost forever. We are very close to that max. He's got a good point. So once obviously the amount of Bitcoin they've mined hits the... This is why the difficulty goes up, to slow people down from mining all the Bitcoin that's available before the halvening, and then obviously after that, you know, getting to that 21 million, it'll all come to an end, wouldn't it? So there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, and that's why I believe that Bitcoin, unless they soft fork it somehow, which I don't think they can do, to make more Bitcoin available, there's only going to be 21 million. So there comes a point where all these other coins, all these other ICOs with 75 trillion tokens or coins, you know, people are saying, oh, they're going to go to be worth $1 at some point. Bitcoin has got 21 million, and that's it. you know, that is the bottom line. No one owns Bitcoin. No one can, I believe, change it. I don't know that 100% full certainty. Obviously, they can add stuff to it. Maybe they can add tokens. But yeah, there's 21 million, and that is it. But then I suppose you've got the you've got the decimal point. So you could have 21 million Bitcoin in a wallet, but then it'd be 21 million dot 0.0000000, which could go to 9999999 or whatever. You know, like you understand what I'm trying to say. So then it'll become everyone will be fighting over, you know, smaller amount of satoshis. That's when obviously I come in with my Bitcoin that I've accumulated over the years, and I can say, you know, look, I've got 100,000 satoshis, which by then will be worth £100,000, and that's what I'm hoping. That's what obviously I'm hoping. That's probably what all of you are hoping. But yeah, it does seem crazy that all these ICOs, all these companies are all mining. There's people all around the world mining, and you got to think, like, where's all this Bitcoin coming from? Obviously, there's the transaction fee that go into the system every time you pay a transaction fee, which with SegWit and Lightning Network, those fees are coming down, so there's going to be less of that to go around for the miners. So mining is going to become less and less profitable over time. And that's just a fact, and the only way to get around that is reinvesting. So really, key to these mining ICOs, we shouldn't be looking at how much they're going to buy at the beginning. They could buy 20,000 ASIC miners, but the thing is the reinvestment. How are you going to reinvest? How are you going to keep putting in more ASIC miners? Where are you going to have the space? Where are you going to have the electricity? Where are you going to have the... You know, and that is the key, the reinvestment. If someone comes up with a really good reinvestment strategy, they're going to be the ones that pull ahead over time. I think the best way to get Bitcoin is by trading altcoins. BBL says mining your own rig. Well, you say that, BBL, but this is the trouble. If you mine with your own rig, your rig is going to become unprofitable after a set amount of time. So you're going to have to keep reinvesting. You're going to have to. That's the only way you're going to keep up with the difficulty and the obviously the want for lower fees, which means less profit for the miners. So you're going to have to keep upping the amount of tech that you're using to keep mining. Whether that, I mean, we say that Antminer might release an S10 tomorrow, which is, you know, 25 terahash, and everyone will be saying, "Oh my god, they're so profitable! Oh my god, I need one." What is it? Oh, it's sold out. Right, paid 4 times the price. Yeah, we need it. We need it in our life. We've got over 16 million in circulation now, with 4 million that lost. That makes the cap 17 million. Yep, that's right. So obviously these guys are looking to mine 1,700 of them within a year, and then we're going to have a halving. So then the amount of Bitcoin that's rewarded to people is going to be halved. I can't remember if that's this. I think it's either 2019 or 2020. So really, the thing was, obviously you want to get in before that halving happens. My battery's about to run out. Actually, bear with me a second, guys. You want to get in before the halving happens, because obviously then the amount of Bitcoin you're going to mine is going to be halved, literally overnight, which is going to make, well, it should do. It should make the coins more valuable, because only half of them are being produced in the world at any given time. I hope you can still hear me there. I haven't actually got my earphones with me, so if you can hear a humming noise, that's my laptop getting hot. And that is why I always use my earphones. Your laptop battery is running low. Terry says evening. BP says Glenn, why do you think the price of Bitcoin will rise later in the year? If people are struggling to pay 7k now, Why will they want to pay 12k, 15k, 20k later this year? What is going to change? Now that is a good question, BP. I've got no definitive answer for you. I don't know if the price of Bitcoin is going to be 20k this year. I don't know if it's going to be 15k. No one does. But you have to go with your beliefs. There's going to be, as Raw's already pointed out, there's going to be less and less Bitcoin available to either the same amount of people or more people joining the space. The more people that join in, they're all going to say, well, I want to own a whole Bitcoin. Well, you can't. You know, there's 21 million, as Raw said, 4 million are lost. That means really there's only like 17 million in the world. You know, fucking Joe Blogs in the stock exchange market, he owns 250,000 of them. You know, so that, and I was reading this post. Someone, I wish I saved it now. Someone posted a photo and it said top 5 biggest Bitcoin wallets in the world, and it has the wallet address because obviously you can track where the Bitcoins are moving to with Bitcoin. It's not private like Monero and stuff like that. And someone had something like, I can't remember what the figure was. I think it was saying like 7 billion worth of Bitcoin in one address. Then there was Bitfinex. No, was it Bittrex? It was either Bittrex or Bitfinex or something like that. They had like the 3rd biggest Bitcoin wallet. It was their cold wallet. And yeah, it was thousands, like, you know, 25,000 Bitcoin or 125,000. Can't remember the exact figures. Really good. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. It could be just saying someone's photoshopped and made up. But yeah, it was a really interesting read because you got to think for those people, they're just going to hold on to them for dear life because. Oh, and it showed you how much it had upped or gone down by that month. So, like the top one, he had increased his Bitcoin position by 5% in 1 month. You know, and when you're talking like he's got 250,000, that means he's buying like 12,000 Bitcoin every month. So, eventually, there's going to be only a small select amount of people that have got these Bitcoin, and if it does become the currency around the world that people use to trade their fiat currency for, there's not going to be enough to go around, which means the only thing that's going to happen, you know, you look at the housing sector or you look at anything, like, you literally look at anything. If there's demand for something and there isn't enough supply, those same people will start to bid off each other. A bit like the Antminer S9s. They are worth about $1,500, $1,300, something like that. People were paying $4,000 for them. That's 400% or 300% gain, paying over the odds. Because the demand, they wanted it so much. And if Bitcoin ever becomes like that, if people want Bitcoin, for whatever reason it may be, it might be something that I can't even comprehend at the minute. But if people want Bitcoin and there's only 17 million to go around the whole world, that's the whole world. That's not just America. That's 17 million around the whole world for every single human being on Earth. So 17 million Bitcoin. That is it. Bearing in mind the UK has 65 million people. You know, America has 350 million people. Something, I don't know. China has 1 billion. India has something like 1 billion. You know, it's all those people. Japan, all around the world, the whole world. There's all in total like 7 billion or 7.5 billion people. So you do 7.5 billion, which I don't know if I'll be able to do. And then divide 17 million. Is that right? They're saying that there's only enough Bitcoin. Is that right? No, it's not right, is it? I've messed up here. I can't work that out. Have I done it the wrong way around? 17 million Bitcoin divided by 7.5 billion. Oh, too many zeros. So if everyone had a fair share of Bitcoin around the whole world, every human being, so that's every child, old person, middle-aged person, they would have 0.002266. Now, if you look at, say, and I'm not, obviously I haven't got a massive stance in Bitcoin, position if you like. You look here, I've got 0.11, so technically I've already got more Bitcoin than, say, I can't work that out in my head what I'd have to times that by, but that'd be 5, and that'd be 10. I can't work that out. But I think it's 200. I think I've got 200 people's worth of Bitcoin, if you look at it like that. And those 200 people will say, well, how have you got 0.11? And I'll say, well, because I bought it years ago when it was worth $6,000. But this is all ifs and buts. This is all maybe. I'm not actually answering your question there, BP. I suppose you're asking why do I believe it's going to go up? Well, that's one of the reasons. I suppose I was answering it. I believe it's going to go up because there's not enough to meet the demand of everyone out there. So inherently the price is going to go up. I believe that based on what I showed you, if you watch my videos regularly, we did like a comparison chart of like the images of each, the price of Bitcoin each year. So for the last, did I do it for over the last 5 years? I think it was. And every year it seemed to go up. This isn't, I'm sure someone will bring up an image which disproves what I'm about to say, but about mid-May towards the end of the year was always the best time for Bitcoin going up in price. So I believe that if that was to repeat itself, then we're looking at next month the price of Bitcoin starting to rise, and it will do for the rest of this year. Which that's another reason. So that's two. People are talking about big investors getting involved now that they've had the what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it. You know, where they can short and long Bitcoin. Lots of people are coming out now and saying, you know, Bitcoin's the future and the tech's right and it's becoming cheaper, faster for people to use. I just feel like now is such a good price, you know. And someone mentioned it the other day in a video, and I mentioned it as well. When the price of Bitcoin was like $18,000, and people were saying, "Oh, I bought it when it was 6,000." People saying, "Oh my God, you're so lucky." You know, if price of Bitcoin was 6,000 today, I'd sell my house, I'd sell my car, and I'd just buy all Bitcoin with it. Well, guess what? It is worth 6,000 right now. To me, it's just a bargain. It's not a bargain, but like it's a really good time to get involved. Now, I'm trying to look and say, right, how am I going to accumulate more Bitcoin? Is that day trading? Is it mining? Obviously, I've had the mindset of mining for the last 6 months. But obviously now I understand mining so much better now than I did 5-6 months ago when I started this YouTube channel. And this was the whole point of my videos, was that you saw my thought process as I was going along. I can go back to any month and say, oh yeah, in February I was thinking this. Oh look, and I hadn't learned that yet. And oh look, I'm talking about that. What an idiot. And I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm, becoming wiser in this space with the help of you guys and obviously all the information that's on the web. I'm learning so much. And anyway, I've gone completely off topic. But good question, BP. That's my thoughts. I think mid-May, price of Bitcoin will start. I'm not saying it's just going to shoot up to 20k. I believe it's going to start to slowly creep up. So we're going to see 7.5, 8k, 8.5, 9, maybe drop back down to 8. Then it might go back up to 10, 10.5. And I believe we're going to see that throughout the year. And once it starts to get close to where it used to be, when it starts to get towards like, 17k, 8, all of a sudden everyone's going to want to be a part of it. You'll see it. Just remember this. If you're watching me now, I don't know how many of you are watching, probably like 15, 20. I want you guys to, 12. Less than I thought. If, don't forget to like, guys, give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching this video now and you're still watching my videos in 6 months' time, I want you to come back and say whether I was right or not. Call me out. But when the price starts to get near to where it was November, December time, there's going to be a panic. People are going to think, oh shit, Bitcoin's going good. It's going to go past where it was before. Shit, I need to get involved. Quick, set up a Coinbase account. And we're going to see, obviously, fear of missing out, FOMO. People are going to, that's going to help skyrocket the price up even faster. And once that happens, I believe we're going to see 30k Bitcoin this year. That's my belief. I said it, I put it out there. I don't see why it couldn't. We've lost 60% within the space when it happened in February, like in the space of a week. Why couldn't we gain 50% in a week? I know it's not as easy as that, but it could go up to 14, 15k just literally overnight if the demand was enough. And then obviously from there, then it would just keep getting past all-time highs, and then people would panic and people would be like, shit, I need to buy 100 grand's worth of this, and they're going to get in and realise there isn't that much Bitcoin to go around. They're going to say, right, well, fucking hell, give me like 0.5 of Bitcoin, Jesus, and the price will just keep going up and up and up. We're going to have another dip though. My strategy is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can now, between now and sort of, I would say, end of summer, and then watch it grow up until about December time, and then I will sell. That might piss some of you off, people that are hardcore Bitcoin fans. I'm going to sell. And I'm going to sell for the reason that I believe in January, if what had happened the last couple of years happens again this time, the price of Bitcoin will drop back down again. It will have a massive slump at some point. So I'm going to take out my profit from Bitcoin. I'm going to probably convert some of it into fiat money, so at least I can say, right, this year I've earned some money from cryptocurrency. And then I'm just going to hold, I'm just going to wait, and as soon as the price is low enough, which is what I think is happening now, but with people that have realised this 2 years ago, obviously I'm a year, 2 years behind them, I'm going to wait until the price plummets again, and boom, I'm going to buy more Bitcoin than I had when I sold it. That's my strategy for this year. Let me know what your strategies are. I have the blueprints for awesome mining rig, and I have conceived it and generates about 1 Bitcoin per month. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go team BitGlen mining ops. Use TradingView for Bitcoin and other crypto charts. It is a very good tool for technical analysis, and it's free. I will check that out. Thank you for the advice. Solar panels and mining rigs, BTC goes up to the moon. Raw says, the only enemy of Bitcoin value will be the oppressive regulation. Now, I don't like disagreeing with people. I like your thought there, and it could happen. Let's just say if the UK comes out, and America, and the top G8 countries, and they come out and say, right, we're going to ban cryptocurrency. That's it, it's banned. Yeah, it will stop the average investor maybe, but if you look at, because obviously Bitcoin and stuff like that is peer-to-peer transactions and information being spread over. Now, if you guys remember back, I don't know if any of you remember a software called LimeWire. And then obviously they had BitTorrent, which is what Bitcoin is named after. It's named after BitTorrent. I remember the UK said, right, if you're caught downloading any music, any films, anything that's copyrighted, you're going to face a £5,000 fine. Do you know what happened? Boom. All of a sudden, the government opened the eyes, opened everyone's eyes like, oh, the government have just banned downloading free music and video. I didn't know I could download free music and video. How'd you do that? Oh, you need BitTorrent. Oh, what's that? Boom. Then all of a sudden it just skyrocketed. Then what they had to do in the end, they had to, I don't know if this is the same for other countries, but I know in the UK they actually went to the internet providers. So they weren't finding individual people anymore. They were saying they were going to send a SWAT team around your house, kick your door down and all that and arrest you. What they did was they went to the internet providers, Virgin, Sky, BT, I think, what was the other one we had, Intel or something like that. And they actually said to him, look, can you ban these sites? So there was like Pirate Bay, LimeWire, BitTorrent. You couldn't go online and use these anymore because you're internet provider. Now, if you wanted to get over that, you had to hide your IP address and then download it, and you had to make it seem like you're in a different country. I'm not saying I did all these things. How do I know so much? I read a book. But yeah, that to me, it just exploded. Everyone was doing it. And even to this day, I recently on my iPhone, it said you can't play this song because you don't own the copyright to it. But I can play it off my iTunes on my laptop, but my phone won't allow me to do it. They've only just started to recognise which songs were downloaded illegally and actually been able to stop you from doing it. So the government's actually saying, right, cryptocurrency is banned. That's going to make everyone go, oh my God, you heard about that crypto thing? Yeah, it's banned. Is it? Well, what does it do? Well, you can buy stuff with it. You can buy stuff with it. Well, how do I get some? Well, you can't. It's illegal. Oh, well, I'll ask Dave. He knows how to get it. He's really good with computers. I just don't think they're going to be able to regulate it. The only thing they can do is actually, if anything, like Japan, they should embrace it. I'm getting really deep here. I should probably do a separate video for this. The government should probably embrace it. They should be like, right, we're a cryptocurrency friendly thing. You have to fill out this form and at the end of each year, and that's what you pay tax on. They will get more people doing that than they will saying, right, do you know what, we don't like what you're doing, stop it. Because it will only make people say, this is a free country, I want to do what I want. If I want to buy cryptocurrency from Kazakhstan, then I'm going to do it. So I don't know. I don't know if anything, I believe governments stopping countries doing it. I mean, you look at India. I think it's illegal. Is it illegal in India, or there was another country that have made it illegal for cryptocurrencies? That price of Bitcoin's still there. It's still worth $6,500. I don't see it. Even a big country like America or China or Russia, if they ban it in those countries, I think the price will go up. If anything, that's my belief. Am I, just not seeing it right? Am I just? I'm so adamant that the price will go up, the demand will go up. It's not so much the price, the demand will go up. I believe that so much to be true. Not because Glenn, you're only saying that because you want it to be true so you can make millions of pounds. That is obviously a plus side of it. When I actually sat down and, looked into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in general, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. If it just went away, something else would replace it because now people's minds are opening up. Someone came up to me I used to work at Carphone Warehouse many years ago. It's a phone shop. I used to work phone sales. Someone came up to me and he was talking about conspiracies and he was saying Glenn, where's money made? I went, what? You know, and he come up to me. His name's Rodent, really nice guy. He come up to me and he said, Glenn, where do you think money's made? And I said, well, I don't know, like the government make it. He goes, yeah, but where do they get it from? I went, well, I don't know. He was going, well, you know, who decides Britain's got 21 trillion cash or whatever? Who decides this? Who decides that? And he sort of said like, oh yeah, it's this World Bank and they're all part of the Illuminati and they're all blah, blah, blah. Now I didn't believe in that, but obviously he was talking about the World Central Bank and they obviously decide like our credit ratings as a country and they decide how much backing they'll give us for our currency and stuff like that. So he was right in that respect. But what I don't like about fiat money is that it's a depreciating value consistently. It's going to be worth less and less. My British pound today can buy me more than it will do in 10 years time. And we see this with tiny little things and we don't notice it because it happens gradually. And I probably shouldn't use this. In our country, we have these little chocolates one's called Fudge Bar, one's called a Curly Whirly, and we have a Freddy the Frog, or Freddo the Frog, and they used to be 5p. I believe they used to be 2p at one point. Then they went to 5p, then they went to 10p, then they went to 15p. Now I believe to buy one of those, you're looking at 25p. So someone from 40 years ago, not even that, because obviously if I'm old enough to remember it, and I'm 33, so someone who's 30, because obviously I would have been a baby then, they would have gone out and they would have, nowadays they'd look back. You hear old people say it all the time. I remember when £1 used to buy me a bag of sweets, a comic book, and this, and this. Anyway, I'm completely digressing, but that is going to happen to us continuously. We're going to go to a shop one day and one of those Curly Whirlies or Freddy the Frogs or Fudge Bars, they're going to be £4.50. And we're going to look back and say, God, I remember £4.50 would buy you a magazine and a chocolate bar and a can of Coke and a blah, blah, blah. Whereas cryptocurrencies, I believe, is going to go the opposite way. The Bitcoin I can buy today is going to buy me a lot more in the future. But that's my belief. I'm sorry if I've digressed completely. Anyone watching this video now for the Ice Rock Mining review, they're going to think, why is this guy chatting so much crap? Now with regulation, that will give big money investors. Oh, and that's another point. Yes, gigabits onto it. I've not read the rest of your comments, sorry. Soon as it's regulated, a lot of people are not allowed to invest certain funds, so like hedge funds. So when you're in charge of other people's money, yeah, so obviously I've got Glenn Hammond's money, so I've got $1,000, I can invest it in Bitcoin. No one's going to, apart from my wife, she might say, what are you doing with our money? I've got no regulation, I've got no one to answer to. If you're in charge of a hedge fund and people's retirement funds, and you're talking about billions of pounds, billions and billions. If you're in charge of those, and they, as a consensus, they all say, right, the UK government don't back buying Bitcoin. It's too volatile. So we don't want nothing to do with it. We don't want to touch it. Now, if the governments come in and they say, right, it's now regulated, you can only buy this much and you can only sell this much, and if you make profit, you've got to pay tax and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like they're almost saying, right, we give the thumbs up, you can go ahead now. All of a sudden, these investors are going to say, whoa, there's an asset here which is regulated and there's only 17 million of them available and they're already out in the wild, but they're worth currently 25,000k. All of a sudden, those investors, well, we better get in now. And all of a sudden, the price will just shoot straight up because all of a sudden, billions will go into it. But we'll see. I could be completely wrong. That's why I want someone to call me out. I want someone to say, Glenn, do you remember 6 months ago you said this? Or a year ago you said this? So But yeah, some good points there. Now with regulation, that will give big money investors to see securities from regulation. More smart money will jump in and bring cash. Boom. Bang, boom, $1 trillion injection. You're right, nothing can stop it, but they could make it very difficult to get your cash out. But you're right, that is true actually. They could make it harder to convert it into fiat money. But then you would just send it over to Japan, withdraw it as yen. You know, like I'm already thinking of plan B, like what you're saying, Real. Obviously, this hasn't happened yet, but someone will say, oh, well, Japan authorise it. As long as you set your IP address up as if you're from Japan, transfer it into that wallet, then convert that on their exchange. You'd have to obviously read their website in Japanese. So you'd get Google Translator to translate the page into English, convert it into yen, and then it's not illegal to transfer yen, convert that into pounds at a normal cash exchange, back into my bank account. Boom! Already thinking ahead. I like you, Glenn. Think 6 to 7k is a bargain. Just can't see why more people are not buying. A lot of people know about BTC now. Yes, you're right, BP. I look at it and I don't understand it myself. I think, well, why is it worth this much? Now, we look at CoinMarketCap. Let's get it up. And I've always said, I believe that there's not as many people in the space as we think there is. I believe that we are all playing this game of the price of Bitcoin going up and down, we're selling it for altcoins, trading it, exchanging it, blah, 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 blah. I think we're doing that amongst ourselves in a circle of people. And until, like you know, someone pointed out, until smart money, regulations, big investors, hedge funds, all those sort of people come into the space, that's going to all of a sudden have up the market cap as a general. They're only going to be interested, even if you got to think these people that have £25 billion to invest, they're investing in stocks and shares that go up 5%, 4% over a year. Because 4% of £21 billion is, you know, I can't work that out in my head, but you know, let's say £2 billion. They've gained another 2 billion. They're not going to want to invest in Verge or Tron or Cardano, Stellar. You know, they're going to want it, right, okay, what is the tried and tested one, which is the safe one? As long as it goes up more than 4% in a year, we'll be happy, because that would be a better investment than Apple or Microsoft or Facebook, whatever, Amazon. As long as it goes up more than 4%, then we're happy. They're going to look at Bitcoin and say, well, you know, Bitcoin can go, you know, it could, if we buy enough, it could go up 5% in a day. What, you know, if we invest 21 billion, we can earn 2 billion today. Yeah, let's fucking do it. The price is going to skyrocket. Anyway, I'm going completely off here. It has been regulated here in the US. I don't think it has fully. They're still talking about how they should regulate it. And now you can pay for food in restaurants with crypto. Crash, boom, boom. Here comes the boom, the boom, boom, boom. $1 trillion market cap. Ha 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 ha, so true. Red Bull 11, the board game Monopoly. Read Rule 11 of the board game of Monopoly. Interesting. Rule 11 of Monopoly. To learn how the Federal Reserve Bank works. What if the bank runs out of money? Thank you, Mishmash. That is good. Right, let's see what Monopoly, a game that has been out for a long time. Some players think the bank is bankrupt if it runs out of money. The bank never goes bankrupt. To continue playing, use slips of paper to keep track of each player. Oh, brilliant. I've never seen this, so this is brilliant. To continue playing, use slips of paper to keep track of each player's banking transaction until the bank has enough money to operate again. The banker may also issue new money on slips of ordinary. Oh, that is brilliant. Refer to the rule number 11 of popular board game Monopoly. That is brilliant. That is probably... I should do a video just on that. That is absolutely brilliant. So that is pretty much how fractional banking works at the minute. It's really, we're just trading IOUs against each other. So therefore, one day, if the money runs out and the government doesn't print more money, everyone's going to be like, well, fuck, we can't pay. Some of the banks, well, 99% of the banks, they don't hold the amount of money they lend out. Do you know how silly that sounds? You know, that's like my friend Dan saying to me, Glenn, here's £100,000. And I say, well, Dan, how are you lending me that? And he'll go, well, I haven't got it, but here you go, here it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, crazy, crazy. Thank you very much for that, Mishmash. That made me really laugh. That really tickled me. Go Ripple. Once Ripple is used across borders, money transfers by 10 or more banks internationally crash. Bang, boom. Again, here comes the boom. Banks are throwing trillions of dollars a day. Go Ripple. Gigabit. Pump it. Very interesting video today. Glen. Glen, what do you do for a living? You seem to invest a lot into cryptocurrency. I'll answer that in a second. Raw says 16.9 in circulation. That's million. Yeah, so I believe that includes the 4 million that are lost because they are technically in circulation. I believe because they've been transferred onto someone's wallet somewhere. It's just that person's lost access to it. Big Hope, Ripple, Tron is cracking. Gonna go to but okay, Gigabit. So you're saying that, but you're mentioning obviously Ripple, Tron. If you're 70 years old, you have your life's investment. Would you honestly think about it? Would you put your life's investment? This is money that you're going to give to your kids when you pass away. This is money that you're going to leave to your wife when you die. This is going to pay off the rest of your mortgage, whatever. Would you put your life's investment into Tron and Ripple? That's what you've got to ask yourself. You may honestly believe that them projects are the best projects ever. I would not invest 10% of what I was willing to lose into those projects. You would rather you've got to say, if someone put a gun to your head and said, right, you've got to tell us which coin to invest our £25 billion into, otherwise we're going to shoot you. Straight away, I don't care what you say, the first thing that's going to pop in your head is you're going to say Bitcoin. You know, you'll say it so fucking fast. But you're not going to say Tron. Yeah, definitely Tron. Tron is definitely going to go up within the next 24 months. Don't shoot me if it doesn't. But I could be wrong. Ripple is trash. BTC is the king. Everything else is shit coins. I don't believe in that, Frederick, either. I think out of those 1,700 coins out there, whatever it is on my market cap, and bearing in mind they're the only ones that have been, approved to be on coin market cap. There's probably another 1,000 coins on top of that one haven't been listed yet or haven't been approved by coin market cap. Out of all of these coins, I would say that there's a good... I'm going to put this out there. What I'm going to say is probably going to piss some people off. I'm going to say out of these 1,500 coins, I would say there's probably 20 good projects, like really good projects that I think will have a future. Now, the first thing you're going to say is, Glenn, what 20 do you think they are? I don't know that off the top of my head, but I'm sure if I did enough research, which would take me a humongous amount of time, I bet there's about 20 to, I'm going to say 20 decent projects. Now you've got, even like, I'm going to try and list off ones that I know off the top of my head just briefly, and I could be completely wrong on this, and you may look back and shout at me at this video. Bitcoin, not sure about Ethereum. Oh, definitely not sure about Ripple. Not sure about Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin, that's 2. EOS, no. Cardano, no. Stellar, no. Neo could be 1. So what are we on now? 3. Monero, IOTA, no. Monero, I believe, yes. So that's, what's that? Are we on 3 or 4? I think 4. Tron, no. Dash, no. Tether, no. Nem, no. VeChain. VeChain could be something. Steam, potentially. I believe they'll probably go bust at some point. And now we're getting into past the top 100. So I picked out, what was that, 5? I don't know if I was keeping count then. Probably 5 at the top 100 or the top 70. Obviously, I don't know the full facts. Everyone's going to jump in there and go, Glenn, what about this? What about this? What about this? I don't know 100%, but I need to do more research. But they're the ones that jump out to me. Now, if someone come up to me and said, you know, where do we invest our £25 trillion? I'm going to say, well, Bitcoin. I'd say a mixture of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and as a smaller part of your portfolio, Neo, maybe slightly more of Monero, but they're the ones that I see going forward. But there you go. My ONT is doing okay. Yes, it went up. I thought of you, Raw, because I saw that they went up like 13% this morning, and I thought, oh, that'll make Raw happy. I know that you said they were down the other day. Yes, they are in infant stages. Look at Ripple, 1,000 into Ripple 4 years ago, 90,000 now. Yeah, but that's I think when I say projects that I believe in, yes, out of these 1,500, probably 1,000, say 1,000 of them are going to go up in value. They're going to be worth more because when Bitcoin goes up, they all go up. It doesn't mean I believe in the project. I don't believe in, say, I don't know, like, you know those coins that are pump and dump ones? I don't believe in them. But you could turn it like Trump coin or whatever it was. Let's go to like page 4, 5. Let's see which one's gone up the most. Pareto Network. It's gone up 65%. I don't believe in that project. I don't know what that project is. I don't know what they're trying to do. But it's made money. So in your argument, you would say Gigabit. Oh yeah, but look at Pareto. They're awesome. Are they? What, just because they had a pump today or they went up in price? So Ripple, I don't believe in the project Ripple. But yes, it probably will go up in price. Tron will probably go up in price. Ripple, Verge, all these coins probably will go up in price over the next 24 months. And what we'll see happen is some of them will get closed down once they start regulating. And this is why I believe regulation will make the price of Bitcoin go up. We will see regulation come out that will say, right, if you're offering a security or if you're saying that you're going to be in this sector or that sector, you need to comply with this, this, and this, and this, and this. And they're going to go, do you know what, fuck that, it's going to cost us millions to do that, right, we're backing out. And all of a sudden you'll see the amount of cryptocurrencies narrow down. Now what that means is that 264 billion, that's not going to go away because people are like, oh no, they've closed Verge down, fuck. I'm going to withdraw everything out of cryptocurrency. I've had enough. Some people may think like that. But they're going to go, right, okay, I've had enough of scammy coins. I'm going to put it into, and it's going to be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. It's going to be those projects, my opinion. What about Encash? Yeah, Encash was another one that was a pump and dump coin. Oh, well, so I thought, but then actually we read it and it was actually quite a good project. Again, this probably will go up in price. Will it still be there in 10 years' time? Probably not. But it will go up in price between now and, I would say, the end of next year. I've got no, no hesitation in saying that. But it doesn't mean I believe in the project. So I hope I've got that across clear enough. Tron will be 10 times X by the year's end. I bet anyone 0.1 BTC. I put my money where my mouth is. Yeah, Gigabit, I'm not, sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone or call you out or anything like that. I love your feedback, and if you're saying it goes up in value, it probably will, because you seem pretty spot on. It doesn't mean I believe in Tron. I don't believe in Tron. From what I've looked into it and what I've researched, I don't believe in it. But if I wanted to make $100, you're right, I will invest in them. And then cash out as soon as I see something going wrong. Any takers, come one, come all. Gigabits bookie joint to help fund Team BitGlen black mining ops. 20% of wages go to. 23.43 on the chart you're showing, just ahead of your Verge. It's not my Verge. I traded my Verge ages ago. And that was another thing. I don't believe in Verge, but I bought Verge. I bought Verge when it was 6 cents, and then it went down to 3 cents. So I actually lost money on that. And then I traded it for Z Classic, which then I lost money on that, as you all know, to get the Bitcoin private hard fork. So obviously I just wish that I'd kept my money maybe in Verge. It doesn't mean I believe in them. Just because something's going up in price. Why has Verge gone up today? Like they've had so many scammy things happen to them recently, like literally in the last week or two. Why has it gone up? Why? It doesn't make sense. But I don't believe in that project. I wouldn't want to recommend a retirement. I know I say like 25 billion or whatever, but let's just say your granddad. So think of your nan and granddad. If they're saying, oh, I want to get involved in cryptocurrency, you know a bit about cryptocurrency, would you tell him to invest in Tron and Verge and Ripple? Like really? Because if they lose all their money, if all of a sudden that goes down 80%, or they run away with all the money, or so, that's on your shoulders. Your nan and granddad are going to come to you and say, "We trusted you, and you've said that to invest in this coin." Don't know. Maybe you do believe in it that much, like passionately. Then go ahead. But that's the way I think of it. And obviously, for me as a YouTuber, I have to sort of take the stance, and I'm giving you my honest feedback here. I'm trying to be as honest and transparent as I can be. If I was trying to shill something, then I would sign up as a Tron promoter. I don't know if they do that, but or message them and say, look, if I mention your coin on loads of my videos, will you pay me in Bitcoin or whatever? But I don't. I'm just being honest and trying to be as real as I can. And I believe there's only a few projects in there that I believe with all my heart that will still be around in 5 years' time. We'll see. Tron did airdrop. Why do a good project need to airdrop? If the tech is good, the coin will sell itself. My opinion. Yeah, you're answering my question for me. Mishmash, Tron did not airdrop. Yes, I had 2 Tron airdrop on my account. Verge is pumping 20%. I got 500 Tron on Binance and Liquid. BBL, email me, gigabit@gmail.com. Okay, we're going to bet then. Verge is 9 cents now, but it is unstable and scandalous. Pump and dump. Gareth, nice of you to join us, Gareth. Hey guys, supply and demand, that's why they go up. Cult followings. WoW is pumping and dumping in the market manipulation. Stay away. Verge is manipulated by WoW. Secret partnerships, part of their scammy pump advertising. I'm happy to ride the pumps of coins to make more Satoshi. Spot on, Raw. Spot on. I am happy to ride Verge if they go up in price. I am happy to ride Tron if they go up. And I'm picking on these two. Let's pick on ones that are not as popular. Let's say Techcoin. I don't know what Techcoin is, but it's up 4% in the last 24 hours. Do I believe in the project? No. But it's up. And by God, I believe that to be up probably by the end of this year, even more than it is now. I can't even work that out. 0.0000274 of a cent. Yeah, me too. Whatever makes the money, I don't discriminate. LOL. Yes, but you don't know when to get in. That is the trouble. Knowing when to get in and when to get out is the key to making the most money. That's all out is. I don't care about every coin. If I buy it, makes sense. Makes me some Satoshi, so good. Right now, you're new to investing, so you are buying wrong time and losing. Yes, I'm learning. Is that aimed at me, Gigbit? Yes, I am learning, and I don't really trade that much. I'm only trading between the coins that I trust in first, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. If I notice one of them are down, but the other one's up. But it's very rare that that happens. Normally, if Bitcoin's down, they're all down. There's only like a few times, like really small windows, where one will be worth more or the same as the other. So it's very rare that that happens. But yeah, if you're investing in altcoins, it's easy to, well, not say easy, but you're more likely Bitcoin to go down in price, and you think, oh, I better invest in Golem or Anthology or Verge. These are all up. But I guarantee you, I'll do a video tomorrow, if not the next day, and I swear Verge will be 20-30% down. We'll see. I have to make an appointment with you, and we will Skype, and I will take you on a day trading session with me on GDAX, and we will switch to Binance. Gigabit, I would absolutely love for you to do that. I was just thinking today, when I was transferring, I looked at GDAX, and there was a few things I didn't understand. And I actually went to transfer money from Litecoin to Bitcoin. And I actually did. I converted all my Bitcoin into Litecoin and Ethereum back into Bitcoin. That's why I've got 0.115 now. And I was thinking, oh, I wish someone could just talk me through some of this. So yeah, I would absolutely love for you to do that. We'll have to book a time. Maybe message me privately on Telegram, and we'll arrange for a time for us to have a one-to-one session. Set alarm alerts on your Blockfolio app to help you buy dips. Yes, that's something else I need to do. Today I had to delete them. Oh, and I only wanted to answer someone's question. I skipped past it, didn't I? Cortana Crypto. Glenn, what do you do for a living? So I've already said this before in a few videos. I hope you're still in this video. I do childminding. So currently I'm off because it's Easter holidays. So not too bad living. You seem to invest a lot into cryptocurrencies. I don't actually. I literally made an investment. I know how much I've put in cryptocurrency because I still have to pay the credit card back. I have invested, all in total, I owe 1,900 on one credit card and I owe 850 on another. About 1,700 of that went to Hashflare. That leaves $1,000. I then bought Envian tokens, which I bought. I've bought about 2,000 of them. Was it 2,000 or 1,600? Might be 1,600. I bought them when they were 70 cents. And that was pretty much all my money gone. So they're my two main investments. And that is why for a long period of time I said, I don't really care if the price of Bitcoin goes up or down. My money was in Envian and the tokens weren't on CoinMarketCap. And my money was in Hashflare and they don't have a coin. So I didn't care about the price of coins going up and down. It's only recently, obviously, that I've started to care. The reason that I have got Bitcoin to trade now is this is the money I've earned from Hashflare. This is the Bitcoin that I get from Hashflare. And I just had it up a second ago. I don't know if you saw on my Hashflare account, I've got another 0.01 of a Bitcoin in there. So when that gets to 0.03, I can withdraw that and I can put that into here and I can invest with that more. So Hashflare is going to keep paying me out as long as it's profitable. So I am very happy with my investment in Hashflare. I have gained more money than I put in. That is probably partly due to me doing YouTube videos on them and people using my referral link. As well as obviously I'm mining with 21 terahash worth of power. So a combination of the two, I've probably accumulated more Bitcoin than I should have done within such a short period of time. But unfortunately, the price of Bitcoin went down. So if we actually look at this, if I go to Bitcoin to British pounds, if I click this pre-fill link here, it tells me what that would be worth right now. It's worth £557, which in dollars, I can't show you in dollars because it blanks it out for me. It's probably about $800 worth. Now, obviously, when the price of Bitcoin goes back up to 10, 11K, obviously you've got to double that. So to me, that is £1,000 worth of Bitcoin any day, apart from today. Today it's worth 500. Okay, now Envian is 49 cents. Oh, so that's shot up. Envian down. We can do that push straight past Binance till you go to US dollar, then to Bitcoin. Now you can buy in dollar per cost average and bring down your overall cost in Envian. Raw says gig school Glen on Binance. Limit orders please during your Skype call. Yes, out the referrals and reinvestment not profitable. Oh, without the referrals and reinvestment not profitable. Practice trading on sub-penny coins. Why do you think they are 30% off 2 times in a row? Think of what their motives are. Yes, I agree with you. I've mentioned that quite a few times in my videos. And I've said several times, if you want to just invest in something and hope that you get money back, then now is a good time to get into Hashflare. 30% off, the cheapest price I've ever been. If Bitcoin goes up to 20k, 25k, the amount of Bitcoin you mine is going to be worth X, Y, and Z. You'd have to compare that to what you can just buy Bitcoin with today. Obviously, with the mining, you can keep reinvesting, so you start to snowball how much you're earning every day, compounding with the price of Bitcoin going up. Hashflare can be very profitable in US dollars. If you just want to accumulate more BTC than you can buy today, I think they're so close that it's not worth the hassle of tying in for a year. You might as well buy it and hold on to Bitcoin. But it depends what you want. Some people don't want to accumulate more Bitcoin like you and me, Gigabit. They just want, okay, if I put $1,000 into this website and left it, by the end of the year, will I have $2,000? And with Hashflare, I believe you would. Why do you think... Oh, right, I've read it. I've read all your comments. I've gone into way over. I've gone hour and... Really, I should have split this video in half and made it 2 videos that I could have posted. But the trouble is, whenever I do a video, if I just show you, and I say chat with BitGlen, people don't click on it. But if I click, obviously if I put Hashflare or Envian in the title, it gets loads of people clicking on it, viewing it. I get asked more questions. The videos go on longer. So if I just show you, I've done a couple of these in the past. There you go, Team BitGlen live chat. It's had 170 views. Ain't too bad actually. But I've done ones in the past, like chat with BitGlen or ask me anything, whatever. And they don't get as many views. Now, obviously, I'm not just chasing high amount of views. I did this video yesterday. That took me quite a long time to edit and to cut out all the me going bits like then. That took me quite a while to do. 97 views, so it makes me think I should just bung something in the title, talk about it for 5 minutes, and then go into the live chat with you guys, and we can chat for an hour and two. Hashflare is trying to get rid of their overpaid equipment by selling non-profitable contracts. Really? They probably are actually, yeah, because once those contracts become unprofitable, they take them off people, and then they can just try and resell them on. Yeah, good thinking. You have to look at logistics, real-time adjustments for difficulty level, and then readjust for your strategy consistently for it to be profitable. It's true, but it's very hard to predict the difficulty increase and the price of Bitcoin going up or down to work that out. So it's just all guesswork, really. But Gigabit, can you help me set up my ant miner when they arrive? First timer. Invest in Team BitGlen Black Ops Mining and you will get live videos of our mining rigs, builds and startup operations, and a live chat with Glenn and me and other team members. Sign up now. Gigabit's really pushing this. Hashflare, I'm not a scam, just a bad investment. Yes, you got BBL. Hit me up. That's good. I like the fact that you guys are actually helping each other out now, which is fantastic. So I'm going to end it, I suppose, there. If I do a 24-hour live stream, which I said I would do one day, it will probably be from this location, maybe just somewhere else. The room, mind you, it's getting pretty dark in here. I'd have to get good lighting because it's getting pretty dark in here already. It's 9 o'clock at night, so it's pretty dark outside. But yeah, this is probably where I would do my 24-hour live stream, so I haven't got to worry about kids, wife interrupting me, people knocking at the door. I can be left alone in here. Glenn, hit me up in an email sometime. Gigabit, are you not in the Telegram group chat? I will send you an email. Where was your email? Gigabit, post your email address for me with me. Subscribers have slowed down actually. The last couple of days, it's only gone up sort of like 1 or 2, whereas normally it was going up more than that. Thanks, BitGlen. Cheers. So if you are new to watching this video, click the subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. You can always follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, all with the name BitGlen. And if you want to follow me on Telegram, click the link down below, which takes you to our Super Chat Telegram group, where most of these people that you see chatting in this live chat, they're also in there as well. There's about 150 of us. People chat at different times, so no matter where you are in the world, there's probably someone on there that wants to talk. There's people from China, America, and the Middle East. They're all commenting in there saying, "Oh, Glenn, why didn't you reply to me last night?" And I say, "Well, because I was asleep." It was like 4 in the morning when you sent that message. Let's see if I can get this email. Cool. Thank you for that, Gigabit. We will arrange for that Skype call. That will be awesome if you can help me out, figure out day trading. That is something that I am going to look more and more into. I've started already to watch about not so much technical analysis, but understanding the exchanges, how you use the exchanges, and when's a good time to buy and sell and stuff like that. Inherently, that's going to lead me down the technical analysis path, which, you know, if they help me make money, then sod it, let's do it. But you know, you have to take whatever people say with a pinch of salt. If they say, "Oh, based on this graph, I think Bitcoin's going to shoot up." I mean, even Richard Hart, he's renowned for being a very clever man. Calls a lot of the Bitcoin prices. I read what he says, and he says if we go to 7.2 today, then we're going to break past this, and it's going to go up there. And I check it, and then it gets nowhere near it. It's like 6.8, and I know he's saying ifs and buts and when, and you know, but I think, God, if he can't get it right, I've got no chance. I'm not a very clever guy, so you know, you have to take what a lot of investors and influencers say with a pinch of salt. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Thank you for joining this video. Thank you for sticking around for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I much appreciate it. Like I say, you can always follow me on any of those social medias. Don't forget to share this with your friends, family. Put it on your Facebooks and Instagram. Share it, like it, all that jazz. So that I can help this channel grow, or you can help this channel grow. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. See you later, guys. Bye.